397-8600. For more information, visit www.nassauLPIA.com.
At the Dixon Hill Lighthouse in San Salvador to let you know that marine protected areas make dollars and cents. A well-designed and managed network of protected areas can generate income for nearby communities. From MPA managers to lodges to eco-tours, there is money to be made.
Healthy marine ecosystems help to protect our islands from climate change and other impacts that we cannot control. Healthy coral reefs help to break down fake waves, and mangroves absorb storm surge and help to protect our coastline.
Older and larger fish tend to carry more and healthier eggs than younger fish. Fish replenishment areas will allow fish to grow bigger and ensure that we have more fish now and in the future.
In a replenishment area, fish are free to grow and reproduce. As their populations increase, more fish will spill over into other areas where fishermen can increase their catch and their income.
I support the establishment of a marine protected area on my island.
I support the establishment of marine protected areas on my island.
I support the establishment of marine protected areas on my island.
I support the establishment of a marine protected area on my island, and you should too.
And you should too.
And you should too.
And you should too.
See the future with Bahamas Protected.
From all across our archipelago, 492 entrepreneurs embarked on an extraordinary journey at the Young Innovators Boot Camp. Now, only the best innovators have emerged, and they're ready to take on the ultimate challenge, pitching their line of authentic Bahamian products to an intimidating panel of judges. Join us for the thrill of a lifetime on the road to the Ultimate Challenge Pitch Competition, airing on ZNS TV 13, Monday, March 25th at 8 p.m. Witness the birth of new Bahamian innovators. The Ultimate Challenge awaits. Don't you miss it.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, severe weather looming over the entire Bahamas beginning this evening.
The entire archipelago, including the Turks and Caicos Islands, we are anticipating shower activity for everyone.
Also, Grand Bahama Resilience Center receives a new home. We have the details. And a Grand Bahama woman takes a leap of faith by expanding her business. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Azure Quant. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping the news this evening, it's expected to be a very wet few days as a low-pressure system is expected to impact the entire Bahamas over the course of the weekend. But while a dip in temperature is expected, a lot of the focus is placed on the strength of this system. Our Shane Stubbs spoke with the Department of Meteorology on what residents can expect headed into Sunday. Here's that report.
While there will be a dip in temperature, the Department of Meteorology is urging the public to err on the side of caution, as a robust low-pressure system begins to sweep over the country tonight and over the course of the weekend. According to Senior Met Officer Trinard Tynes, the system is expected to move at a rather fast speed, but has the strength to envelope the country from the northwest to southeast Bahamas.
This frontal boundary is supposed to move through the portions of Grand Bahama and extreme northwest Bahamas. Then it's anticipated to be in Andros, the New Providence tomorrow early, Then tomorrow afternoon, it should be in the central Bahamas. We expect this to go all the way down, all the way down into the southeast Bahamas and Turks and Caicos. It almost had tropical storm characteristics, but it's not going to deepen like that, but it's going to dump a lot of water.
Hearing that the system nearly had tropical storm characteristics at this point in the year would give many cause to pause and question what could this mean for the looming hurricane season. However, he explains there's no major cause for concern, and it's simply a matter of timing.
We are underneath what we call a Kelvin wave. When you have one of those oscillations that happen to collide with a cold front, or cold front catches up or is run over by one of these systems, it's going to enhance any type of weather conditions that we possibly have.
While heavy rain will definitely be a huge cause for concern this weekend, Tynes also cautions the public to be vigilant for other severe activity tied to the system.
In spots that do get heavy rain, if it's in low-lying areas, we are anticipating some localized flooding. Also with the localized flooding, we also have inside our warning as well minor coastal flooding due to the swells that is anticipated with the strong breezy winds. People don't pay too much attention to lightning strikes, but lightning strikes is a serious thing as well, especially if you are in flood areas and lightning hit the water. We do expect gusts to go up near to 40 miles an hour. So when you have wind speeds, if they have anything that can pick up and use as a projectile, you don't want to be in any direct of something flying around and you get hit with it. We also too have a small hail and funnel cloud formation, so could have tornadoes and funnel and water spouts with this system as well.
Now, Tynes cautions residents to pay closer attention to official updates from the Met Department as they become available. He also urged boaters to stay in port until the all clear is given. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
In other news, shovels hit the ground at a groundbreaking ceremony as the Grand Bahama Resilience Center, a nonprofit organization established in March of 2020 after the devastation of Hurricane Dorian, finds a new home. The center will now be in the heart of the Children's Village on Trip Lane. A ceremony marking this momentous occasion was underway today and included a number of dignitaries, including the wife of the Prime Minister, the Minister for Grand Bahama, and a host of other officials. Raven Davis has more in this report.
From struggling to keep their doors open to now having their own space to call home. It's been a hard-fought journey for the Grand Bahama Resilience Center, but today a groundbreaking ceremony sealed the deal for a brighter and more sustainable future for the organization. It's a celebratory occasion for the nonprofit organization, which supports individuals and families facing challenges through education, wellness, and therapy. Presently in the Lucayan Shopping Center, the organization will now reside on Trip Lane. Executive Director Felicia McBride says the move will aid officials in catering to the holistic needs of the population.
We will have another 1,300 square foot that'll be added to this building, and then we'll be making minor changes to the inside. We plan to offer computer services for seniors as well as after-school programs, expanding our after-school programs for children.
But this could not be possible without the support of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, who donated and leased the building free of charge, along with TX Foundation, a charitable organization that pledged to donate $100,000 for the building's renovation. This sealed by a signed agreement with the center, its board, and the GBPA.
Sure. So the TX Foundation is a charitable foundation that is solely committed to the building of education facilities around the world. And so it's really with that the mission is to build, construct, or renovate or repurpose, as we are doing here today in Grand Bahama, an existing facility or to build a newer facility that will facilitate that opportunity for children.
His presence is so fitting, as every program in the village relies heavily on mentoring and counselling. Whether you're a child, a teenager, or a childminder, everyone is welcome, and everyone, we hope, can find solace in this safe space.
Center patron and spouse of the Prime Minister, Mrs. Anne-Marie Davis, expressing profound gratitude to the donors and highlights the center's importance in fostering a safe environment for the community.
So the Grand Bahama Resilience Center represents our collective, all of us together, resilience and commitment to preparedness and creating a better future for future generations.
Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, also voicing her support.
People who are in need. We are eager to pool our resources for the CoLab unit and the Department of Social Services with the Grand Bahama Resilience Center, of course with the Grand Bahama Port Authority as well, as we work hand in hand to realize our shared vision of uplifting the most vulnerable among us.
Now, officials say renovations to the building are expected to happen over the next 3 to 4 months, after which a grand opening will take place. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Thank you, Raven. Well, a local entrepreneur taking a leap of faith through an expansion in business. The new production ranging at a cost of $50,000, all in an effort to provide paper products, biodegradable containers, and aluminum foil to the wider public. Johnny Smith, who began distribution in January, says that the response is overwhelming. Jolanda Thompson-Everest has this story.
Big John's Restaurant and Supply Depot is now providing its customers with bamboo toilet paper, durable lunch napkins, and aluminum foil rolls. Mastermind Johnny Smith reveals the economy's demand for paper products and supplies inspired this bright idea. But most importantly, she wanted to provide her customers with quality, environment-friendly products at an affordable price.
I realized that you have so many options out there. You had the TAD, which is a thorough air drying process, and then you had virgin pulp, and then you had recyclable pulp, and then you had the new rave is bamboo. And we chose bamboo because of its softness, but also because it was environmentally friendly, but also because it's skin friendly. Because one thing with me is I hear what my customers are saying, and I realize that a lot of products out there was not compatible with everyone. So we opted for the bamboo. I had a champagne desire, but I wanted to bring it out at a Coca-Cola budget.
Smith is the owner of several businesses on Grand Bahama and continues to show investor confidence. She says that she entered into a contract agreement with a manufacturer abroad after researching the need for improvement in the standard of quality, longevity, and even sensitivity when it comes to using paper products.
By doing that, we were able to ensure consistency, and we were able to ensure product quality. So what we did was we told them what sizes we wanted. We talked about the thickness that we wanted. We talked about the GSM, which is the thickness across the whole sheet. I wanted a toilet paper that was not so light. You know, you buy a lot of toilet rolls and they're really light, and that's what caused them to be inexpensive. We wanted our toilet roll to be thick and dense, but at the same time soft.
The major investments coming at a cost of tens of thousands of dollars and an employment boost to the island.
We have the beverage napkins, we have the luncheon napkins, we have the hand towel, we have the toilet paper. We do plan on bringing out what we refer to as an industrial roll, like for companies, because you know companies usually prefer the big rolls, and there's a high demand for the individual rolls.
With so many new ventures in the pipeline, she credits her success to God and her wonderful team of support.
Most persons ask for material things. I ask for wisdom and creativity. And when I come up with my ideas, I place them before the Lord, and He tells me yay or nay. But in addition to that, I have a very specialized team, and the persons that I work with, they always are able to tell me or advise me accordingly.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
Great report there, Jolanda. Well, the Ministry of Tourism Grand Bahama hosting the Junior Minister of Tourism speech competition. The ministry has been hosting this competition since 2002 in New Providence and expanded to Grand Bahama in 2007. This year's competition was held at the Grand Lucine Resort, and Corenda Swain-Roll, the Manager of Training, Education and Guest Service Department at the ministry, says 6 schools are participating in this year's competition.
We're so happy that we're having our Junior Minister of Tourism speech preliminary. in preparation for the Junior Minister of Tourism overall speech competition. The overall speech competition, we have representatives from each island where they would compete for that title, the Junior Minister of Tourism for the entire Bahamas. It's an exciting competition for our young people, and we look forward to being there to support them.
Moreover, we offer exposure that tourists take delight in, such as swimming with the pigs, rhythmic dance, and vibrant costumes. But
Swain World shares the immense pride Grand Bahama holds as last year's champions and expresses her hopes of bringing the trophy back home once again.
It was a privilege and a joy to work with her over the year. We do believe that one of our students will definitely be eligible to take that title home once again.
Kelly McIntosh of Sunland Baptist Academy won the Grand Bahamas Junior Minister of Tourism competition and will face several schools in the nation's capital for the final competition. When we come back, pastors of Grand Bahama giving a special thank you to U.S.-based NGO SBP for the outstanding work they did in the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian. That story, sports, and more when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues.
Life's twists, turns, and defining moments. RBC is a win for all of you.
Under the patronage of the National Bishop of the Church of God of Prophecy, Bishop Dr. Franklin and Dr. Rovina Ferguson, the Bahama Brass Band Grand Bahama presents
Hallelujah! What a Savior!
7 p.m. on Saturday, March 30th, 2024 at the Grand Lucayan Hotel with special guests all the way from Jamaica, the Jamaican Royal Police Force Band. Join us as we worship in song on Saturday, March 30th at 7 p.m. at the Grand Lucayan Hotel. You don't want to miss it.
Elegant, fashionable, bold. An Easter hat parade. Mark your calendars, get your hats ready. Be a part of this spectacular display of hats. Sunday, March 24th at 5 p.m. at the Church of God of Prophecy Call Room. An event you won't soon forget.
Welcome to the My Professor and More, where our focus is to provide the innovation and provide the guidelines for our talented students in a variety of subject matters, from primary school all the way to university level.
Because of the Math Professor, my mathematical and public speaking skills have truly elevated.
At the My Professor and More, we see our students as being family members. Even though we strive in mathematics and public speaking, we cover all of those areas whereby students may be finding challenges. At the Math Professor, we strive for excellence. We strive for innovation. And through the techniques that we use, we continue to make a difference in the lives of hundreds of students each year.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. We welcome you to be a part of the family.
Celebrate Easter weekend at Portobello's Restaurant by the Grand Lucayan. Children 5 to 12 years are half price, and children under 5 eat free. Dinner buffet on Good Friday, and all-you-can-eat Easter Sunday brunch. See you there.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Pastors of Grand Bahama giving a special thank you to U.S.-based NGO SBP for the outstanding work they did in the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian. The group's mission was threefold: housing recovery, clean water supply, and child safety. Spearheaded by Pastor Eddie Victor, he says it was important to come back and say thank you and recognize the group for helping Grand Bahama begin to rebound through their tireless efforts.
Andy, who has been instrumental representing SBP, I don't know where he gets all the energy to do everything he's done over the past couple of years, but from the time that we've watched SBP in action, they have helped countless people across the communities in Grand Bahama. And we're so grateful to what the NGOs have done. They've poured in millions of dollars into our economy to help us to be restored. This way? You want us to turn that way?
The group spent more than 4 years on the island, lending support to recovery efforts. While each project meant the world to them, Executive Director Andy Stofleff says he is especially happy about how far they've helped the Grand Bahama Children's Home come.
Andy, who has been instrumental representing SBP,
there's always a need for funding to cover more than just the meals, to cover more than just the overhead, the roof over their heads, the schooling. So it's a challenge we'll continue to work with them to support. But as far as the recovery of the Bahamas, you know, recovery, most people think can happen relatively quickly, but disasters sometimes take decades for communities to rebuild, and we're still in that process. So while our work is wrapping up, we do feel confident that those who are here, the government and other entities, can continue to carry the torch.
And that's a look at stories making news, but don't go away. The latest in sports and your local weather forecast is up next.
Don't miss the 25% off sale going on now on selective items at Pandora in Port Lucaya.
Best concert weekend, Providenciales, Turks and Caicos, June 27th through 30th, featuring live from TCI, Mikey and Kool-Aid, Gemma, Barbara Johnson. And on this night, we celebrate Kino and Kaz. And Kino Hall. From the Bahamas, D-Mac. KB. Chino T. Elon Moxie. Veronica Bishop. She said, Sweet Emily. Nishi Ellis. Afe. And TBS. Backed by the Proficient Band, TCI, and Chad Colley and the VIP. Hosted by Sawyer Boy of Nassau, Bahamas, and Huntley Forbes of TCI. Come go with me. Best of the best concert weekend, Turks and Caicos. For more information, email comegowithmeweekend@gmail.com.
We all need to save. Save time, gas, and money. Shopping at Save More can help you do just that. Make us your first stop for all your prescription needs and medical supplies. Get all your health and beauty items at the same time. And don't miss our huge choice of snacks to satisfy your cravings. And the largest vitamin selection and over-the-counter relief products. Need diapers and other baby care items? First stop. The new section for makeovers, cosmetics, and beautiful jewelry will make you sparkle for that next special event. Save More Drugs, your more store.
Weight management and diabetes will be the topic on ZNS Health Zone.
I started my weight loss journey about 6 months ago, August, and it has been life-changing for me. The thing is, you have to start where you are, trust the process. You're not gonna always feel like doing it every day, but one step at a time, a little bit at a time, try to be deliberate about what it is that you want to achieve.
on Monday, March 25th at 9 p.m. on the ZNS Network. Your number one news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Your Friday evening check on sports. It's next with Jay Philippe.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports. We have a whole lot of sports for you. Let's dive right in.
I'm extremely proud of the athletes and the work that they would have put in over the course of the series, and in particular those athletes that would have pre-qualified for the Carifta Games and would have gone into Nassau, and they exert the hard work that they put in all year, and they would have made the team. A lot of them did personal best, so it shows that hard work pays off.
I was most impressed with the amount of persons who pre-qualified and actually went into the trials and re-qualified. You know, so a lot of times that athletes pre-qualify and then when they get to the trials, half of them don't. But this time, I think almost 65 of the persons who competed over the weekend actually met the qualifying standards.
From the track to the pool, 2 athletes from Alpha Aquatics Swim Club was named to the Carifta swim team.
Qualified for 50 back, 100 back, 200 back, 200 fly, 400 free, 400 IM, and 200 IM. I would like to PB in all my races, drop some time, hopefully medal in every event that I do, and I would like to do good for my team and do well for my country.
I think that Team Bahamas, we're going to do very well. We're going to win again. And as my expectations, I hope to go in there, do my best, make new friends, have fun, perform to my best, hopefully beat all my times, and hopefully come out with some medals.
I'm extremely proud of the 2 girls that made it from Alpha Aquatics. They have worked really hard the last couple months to be on the team, and they've definitely earned their spot there. For leading up to Carifta Games, we're currently working on our turns, our dives, and sprint work just to get them ready.
And finally, in sports, opening day of the Island Cares Foundation Best of the Best basketball tournament, C.I. Gibson defeated Gateway Christian Academy out of Bimini 43-25. In Game 2, the Sunland Stingers got the win against the visiting C.C. Sweden Cobras out of New Providence 57-34. Now in Game 3, the Tabernacle Falcons was too much down the stretch as they beat out C.W. Sanders 64-39. And the Timberwolves out of Anatole Rogers lost to St. George's Jaguars. Final score in that game was 41-36. That's your quick check on sports, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
And here's a check on your local weather forecast, sponsored by Royal Star Assurance.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Cause it's so beautiful.
Stay with us. Our Facebook friend of the day is up next.
For 2 decades, Flamingo Air has soared above the Bahamas, connecting our islands with pride and passion. As we rise above our challenges, we stand tall, resolute in our commitment to excellence. Thanks to your unwavering support, we have recommitted ourselves to making every trip an experience to remember. Flamingo Air, committed to safety and service.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Of the National Bishop of the Church of God of Prophecy, Bishop Dr. Franklin and Dr. Rovina Ferguson. The Bahama Brass Band Grand Bahama presents
Hallelujah! What a Savior!
7 p.m. on Saturday, March 30th, 2024 at the Grand Lucayan Hotel with special guests all the way from Jamaica, the Jamaican Royal Police Force Band. Join us as we worship in song on Saturday, March 30th at 7 p.m. at the Grand Lucayan Hotel. You don't want to miss it.
My experience, it started out a bit rocky. They would call us freshers, some of us, because we, have no technical background in IT. But they really laid the foundation down for us, so we were able to learn the very basics first. And then at the end of the course, we were to the level of an associate, so we can actually start working in IT as soon as we exit the program.
One of the experiences I think was unique was the quality of the trainer. Madri, to me, and I think the others would share the same experience, is that she's a quality trainer. You leave the course knowing exactly what you need to know to build an application from scratch to finished product. And the foundation that she gives you is really spot on.
We are prime as Bahamians. We are competitive by nature. So I know that we are competitive with sports, with our John Canoe, but we can stand toe-to-toe with the world when it comes to tech as well as we apply ourselves. And I really believe that.
When a storm strikes and knocks out power to your home, you may be forced to use a backup energy source such as solar panels or a generator. But do you know about the potential dangers and how to safely use backup energy sources? There's one major risk. It's called backfeed, and it can endanger you, a family member, or someone else, especially a lineman or electrician working at or near your property. Backfeed occurs when power travels from your solar setup or generator back through the utility lines, resulting in them being unknowingly re-energized. Backfeed creates a very dangerous and potentially deadly situation for line workers and the public. To prevent backfeed, generators, whether permanent or portable, should never be plugged into a home's wiring or directly to the circuit breaker panel. The best way to avoid backfeed is by installing a transfer switch. Preventing backfeed could save a life.
Have questions for Grand Bahama Power Company? Get insights and answers to the power concern every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Tune in and power up your knowledge with Ask GBPC.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Ricky Martin, you are our Facebook friend of the day. We thank you for always watching, and we hope you enjoy your special birthday. Also, a happy birthday going out to both Keith Francis and Tina Butler. We hope you both enjoy your day. And that's going to do it tonight for us here in the North. On behalf of the entire Northern Edition team, I'm Azure Quant, but be sure to stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Tonight, the national report, one brother killed by the hands of another. A seminar to steer young people from gangs. Bahamas Air Pilots ink a new industrial agreement. And in sports, the countdown to Carifta Swim Championships is on. The Bahamas Tonight, the national report, starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks so much for tuning in. Violence, carnage, and hunger reportedly at its worst on record. But as Haiti plunges deeper into a crisis by the day, a transitional council has still not yet been completed. Makushla Pinder has the latest on our troops' deployment and ongoing efforts to protect our borders.
A call for divine intervention. Haitians seek prayers to save their country, where from all accounts there is a complete breakdown of law and order. CNN reporting that outsiders suspected of gang membership are being killed and burned. And this just days ahead of 150 Defense Force Marines are to be deployed to Jamaica for training before quite possibly touching ground in Haiti.
That training is pegged for the 28th of this month. It's an integration training whereby the CARICOM would bring those countries that would have consented so they could get a feel and a complete understanding of how a joint task force construct should work.
Haiti's spiraling violence putting regional leaders on high alert to protect their borders. Here at home, Defense Force Commander Dr. Raymond King says the blockade is going well. Apart from that, he says they have developed what he calls a multi-layered security posture.
If the first layer is breached, we have other assets in between to ensure that no landings occur. Definitely not in New Providence, not in Eleuthera, nor Abaco. Those are the preferred islands where migrants want and seek to go towards. We had a very good meeting this morning with our counterparts here from the United States, United Kingdom, and Turks and Caicos, where we've all realized that in order for us to be more effective in what we do, we must establish task force with key persons whereby we can speak from one military operations center to another. We must continue to share the intelligence.
And this critical considering the shifting trends of transnational crimes. The success gained in stopping irregular migrants along one route leads to a challenge elsewhere.
I'll give you an example. The first set of vessels are targeted TCI in particular. And then we saw a movement along the Cuban coast, along the old Bahama Channel. And that vessel surprisingly turned north overnight. And so we realized that they now would have shifted their trend to be evasive from the focus around Bradinagua to move now more central. And so we, likewise, in turn, we would have shifted. We have adjusted our surface assets. We have adjusted and expanded our aerial intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance patrol to not only cover the immediate area, the northern coast of Haiti, but to cover those assets trying to breach our borders from the southern end north of the Cuban coast, coming straight up towards between Andros and Exuma.
For the ZNS News Network, I'm Makushla Pinder.
Repatriations are an expensive undertaking for taxpayers, particularly via airlines. The Bahamas holds firm, though, that despite Haiti's volatility, those exercises will continue. For now, that's by sea due to the closure of airports and airlines choosing not to fly into the strife-torn island state. But National Security Minister, the Honorable Wayne Monroe, reasons that if only for financial reasons, the Bahamas should consider returning to what was a routine practice.
For the very simple reason, if you walk through it, there will be a cost to leasing the jets to fly persons home. The Lawrence Major can accommodate, I'm advised, up to 400 migrants at a time. The cost related to repatriation by sea would be the additional food expense, the additional fuel expense. The servicemen are engaged in any event, and the trip to and from the repatriation exercise, the ship's radars are functioning, and they do play a part in identifying what is happening.
Attorney General Senator the Honorable Ryan Pinder is appealing to the International Court of Justice that countries around the world be held accountable for their climate policies. The written submission filed in the Netherlands today details climate change impacts, including sea level rise, extreme weather events, and harm to coral reefs. The Bahamas draws the attention of the court to the significant and ongoing impacts of climate change on the nation's economy and the impacts which future generations of Bahamians are likely to encounter. The Bahamas will provide commentary on submissions from other states and international organizations ahead of the June 24th deadline. Eleuthera police busy investigating another boat accident this week. Desmond Saunders joins us live in studio with the latest. Good evening, Desmond.
Well, good evening, LaDonna. Good evening, Bahamas. 2 foreigners are dead and 2 Bahamians reportedly injured following an unfortunate incident on board a cruise vessel moored at Half Moon Key today. We understand the alarm tripped due to a leak in the steamer room, and the 2 crew members apparently lost their lives as a result of the steam. The nationalities of the 2 crew members have not been released. Police reported the matter just before 3 this afternoon, and we're told that the officers from the island of Eleuthera are on the ground investigating the fatal incident. This is a developing story we will continue to follow. Reporting live in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Desmond Saunders. Back to you, LaDonna.
Thanks a lot, Desmond. Well, double tragedy for an Eleuthera family tonight as they mourn the loss of one son and the arrest of another. According to authorities, the brothers got into an altercation while driving after 8 o'clock last evening in Upper Bogue. Upon arrival at their destination, the 15-year-old reportedly took out a sharp instrument, allegedly a pair of scissors, and stabbed his 25-year-old brother in the upper body. The victim exited the vehicle and collapsed a short distance away. A local doctor confirmed that he had died. Police arrested the teen on the scene, and the instrument believed to be used during the incident was seized. Our news team understands the older brother, who would have been told was a former Atlantis Paradise Island Resort employee, recently returned to Eleuthera to assist his family, and now an intense investigation into this matter continues. Another matter involving a teenager being investigated by police, this time an attempted suicide by a 15-year-old girl who reportedly ingested an unknown liquid substance around 8 o'clock last evening while at a residence on Minnie Street. She was taken to hospital by EMS personnel for medical attention and evaluation. More and more, we are seeing youth seduced into a world of gang activity. Another trend we're seeing is that the age of recruitment appears to be getting younger and younger. It's something that should alarm us all, and it is something one school is hoping to tackle head on. Corval Pyfrom reports.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
We exposed 5 strangers to different KFC menus to see if the flavor can enhance any moment. And at the first bite, the party began. We repeated the experiment during the day, during business hours, on weekends, with sunshine, with rain. It's confirmed any moment can be a KFC moment.
Tune into the 5th Annual Elevation Awards, Saturday, April 6th at 6 p.m. Live on the ZNS TV network from Sandals Royal Bahamian in beautiful Nassau, Bahamas, with live performances by Nishi LS, Julian Believe, Wendy 242, Sammy Starr, Patrice Morel, Shine Bahamas, Ilsha, Fan Sean, Judah the Lion, Carrington McKenzie, Alia Coley, Osley and Jadort, Sherwin Gardner, Colin Christopher, Davian Chase, and many more. Hosted by Sherelle Roxy Star Duncombe. That's the 5th Annual Elevation Awards, April 6th, live on the ZNS TV network from Sandals Royal Bahamian.
Join me, Sherelle Roxy Star Duncombe, as I host this year's Elevation Awards.
because I support the culture, and you should too.
Catch the 5th Annual Elevation Awards Saturday, April 6th at 6 p.m. only on ZNS TV 13.
This government strongly believes in and supports community building. Our inner city programs and facilities provide a variety of educational, social, and creative response systems, all in an effort to enroll and allow opportunities for positive engagement. To encourage this, we're committed to providing safe spaces in community centers.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kwaku Street Youth and Community Center. The health of a nation is the wealth of a nation. If you want to distract younger persons from getting involved in negative things, crime and violence, etc., you've got to keep them positively occupied. Kwaku Street Community Center is the place for you to send your children and your family members. Come and check the place out, man. We want to build the Bahamas and make it a better place.
Since 1974, the National Insurance Board has been an income replacement safety net.
But to ensure our future remains secure, starting July 1st, 2024, contribution rates will increase and will continue to be shared by employers and employees.
We will be sharing more information in the upcoming months. But for now, get more details on NIBrateincrease.com.
Invest in tomorrow today with NIB.
Because together, we can ensure our financial future.
Let's make this moment last forever. Let's start a family together. With a house, a car, and kids. Oh, I love the way we live. I got it covered. BAF has got me covered. So live your life. BAF for life. So live your life. BAF for life. So live your life. BAF for life. BAF has got you covered.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home health care supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you. At the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Bahamas Air has raised its retirement age for its pilots to 65. That announcement comes as the national flag carrier and the Bahamas Air Pilots Association signed an updated 5-year industrial agreement today. The just over $500,000 agreement includes salary increases and navigation production pay for the 68-member union, among other benefits, which expires in 2027. Pilots Association and President Mark Johnson and Bahamas Air Chairman Tanya Pratt praised the new agreement.
Bone of contention was age 65, however. Bahamas Air's management team and Palpo were able to sit down and decide what works best for the company and this organization. And ultimately, we decided that it would be in both parties' best interest to increase the retirement age to age 65.
One of the other things that we were able to agree on, we've had some pilots that have
recently retired, and we've come to the agreement to re-engage some of those pilots on a contractual basis, and so that too is worthy of a hand clap.
Bahamas Air's Managing Director Tracy Cooper believes it's good when management can come together with partners and stakeholders.
Just like to say thank you to all and to the contributions that would have been made, and for the fact that we're actually at the table today being able to sign off on something that will be beneficial not just to the pilots but by extension to Bahamas Air in the long run.
Also making news this Friday, the 38th Food and Agriculture Organization Regional Conference deemed a huge success. Not our words, though, but those of Agriculture and Marine Resources Minister, the Honorable Jomo Campbell, whose voice was heard around the table in recent days. And this particularly critical as the Bahamas keeps its eye on the goal of reducing its nearly $1 billion food import bill.
Agriculture, as we say, is Bahamian culture. And being here, having bilateral meetings with the Director General of FAO, the Minister of Guyana, and other ministerial colleagues, we were able to share ideas, share some challenges, share ways to address challenges, climate resilient agriculture, transforming our agri-systems, and just bringing back a better agricultural product to the Bahamas. And that is key. And so I'm pleased with what transpired here throughout this conference. And I think that we're going to bring back tremendous results for the Bahamian people, tangible results that they can see that they've gotten value for their money here in Guyana.
Some good news on the economy this evening. The inflation rate is down. The decrease reflected in the January Consumer Price Index, which shows a 0.6% decline when compared to last year, December. And this decrease followed a 0.5% decline between November and December of 2023. Transportation, health, furniture, and furnishings, along with clothing and footwear, were lowered. Diesel and gas prices also went down during the month of January, while alcoholic beverages, tobacco, and narcotics are up 1.3%. Statistics officials reveal the Consumer Price Index rose 1.3% over the same period last year. Billions worth of investments earmarked for the nation's second city. The Grand Bahama Port Authority opened a satellite office here in the capital earlier this week with a view of drawing more investments to that island. Here's Jimanita Swain.
The Grand Bahama Port Authority and its subsidiary company, DevCo, now have a presence here in the capital. A new satellite office is opened, and according to GBPA President Ian Roll, the goal is not only to better the lives of Freeport residents, but those in the wider Bahamas as well.
Are inviting our brothers and sisters from the length and breadth of the Bahamas to join us in the marvelous opportunities that are about to happen in Grand Bahama. We have well over $2 billion worth of deals happening right now.
This new office stands as a symbol of the Port Authority's recognition that working collectively with Nassau, the political and population center of the Bahamas, is the only way for Freeport and Grand Bahama to achieve its full potential.
Rupert Hayward, grandson of former GBPA co-chair Sir Jack Hayward, reiterating the significance of the move. The office opening at the new Access Co-work Suites in Western New Providence. Its president and CEO, Levin Wilson, says GBPA was one of the first companies to express an interest in securing a space.
They're exactly the kind of businesses that we want to attract. Major businesses that may want a strong, small corporate presence. So we're a good fit.
Officials from various business sectors attended the event, geared at pulling in added investments for Grand Bahama.
Royal Caribbean is evaluating an opportunity to develop 4 additional cruise berths at Freeport Harbor, where these berths will have the capacity to handle some of the largest cruise ships in RCL's fleet.
And with the investments of Carnival and RCL on the island, the chief investment officer suggests added tourism-related business opportunities.
Freeport is actually going to receive within the next 2 to 3 years somewhere in the region of 5 to 6 million cruise passengers. This is the Six Senses luxury resort in Grand Bahama. It's a $250 million investment, and we expect construction to commence this summer.
The Grand Bahama Port Authority will hold a special Freeport Business Expo Tourism Edition on May 2nd to highlight more of the available business opportunities. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Jimenita Swain.
Thanks a lot, Jimenita. Well, the Grand Bahama Port Authority officials boast that one of the draws of investing in Grand Bahama is the ease of doing business, with business licenses processed for the most part within 48 hours. A recent investor to the island is Mitchell Thurston of Bahamas Mineral and Manufacturing.
The company itself, as I mentioned, is a building materials company. PVC pipe is our first product, but we intend to produce a myriad of different products. We already have most of them shortlisted, and it's just a matter of when we intend to roll them out. The project itself is anticipating to be a $10 million investment. We intend to hire 33 team members to work with us. Most of them we want to be Bahamians. So when I say most, I don't mean 10 or I don't mean just 20, as much as possible.
Another investor was Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center, who has been eyeing Grand Bahama for expansion since 2019.
We are ready to go. We've already acquired land in Grand Bahama, and we are ready to start our 20,000 square foot retail store with an investment of $1.4 million, as well as about 40 construction jobs and about 21 full-time and part-time employment opportunities.
We still have more news to come, but Marcellus Hall has a look at what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for tonight, get your tickets now as swimming just around the corner. Carifta Swim Championships. Details ahead in sports.
In 2023, over 9 million visitors came to the Bahamas, the region's leading tourism destination. That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Paradise is not only found in Nassau, but throughout our 16 island destinations.
That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Over 400,000 Bahamians depend on our tourism-driven economy.
That is why tourism is everyone's business.
It's the passing on of our traditions and our cultural heritage to the next generation.
That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Tourism is everyone's business.
From the straw we plant, to exploring our Bahama blues, to experiencing the greatest show on earth. No matter who you are, we all have a part to play in our tourism industry.
This is our country.
These are our islands.
This is our home.
That's why tourism
is everyone's business.
Tune into the 5th Annual Elevation Awards, Saturday, April 6th at 6 p.m. Live on the ZNS TV network from Sandals Royal Bahamian in beautiful Nassau, Bahamas, with live performances by Nishi LS, Julian Believe, Wendy 242, Sammy Starr, Patrice Morel, Shine Bahamas, Ilsha, Fan Sean, Judah the Lion, Carrington McKenzie, Alia Coley, Osley and Jadort, Sherwin Gardner, Colin Christopher, Davian Chase, and many more. Hosted by Sherelle Roxy Star Duncombe. That's the 5th Annual Elevation Awards, April 6th, live on the ZNS TV network from Sandals Royal Bahamian.
Join me, Sherelle Roxy Star Duncombe, as I host this year's Elevation Awards. Because I support the culture, and you should too.
Catch the 5th Annual Elevation Awards, Saturday, April 6th at 6 p.m., only on ZNS TV 13.
In the Yellow Elder Garden, Allie and her cousins listened to Grammy share tales. The 70s so sweet, with themed costumes and dancing feet. Then came the brass, reaching new heights. A symphony of Bahamian nights. The 2000s, the Yellow Elder, a symbol of pride. Grammy's legacy in view as Allie dances in her Yellow Elder costume. We are alive.
My business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity.
It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it.
My sales increase, and I can track my earnings.
Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today.
Call 356-7764.
This is a tale all about how the Paint Place Easter sale went down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there and tell you all about the colors and beauty we got here. In the Bahamas, born and raised, it's a country where amazing colors prevail. From sunrise pasta to sunset schemes, become an artist or paint the house of your dreams. You want amazing paint to get the job done right? With brushes and rollers that make work a delight? Then join us this Easter under the sun at the Paint Place where we have all of the fun.
After 51 years, Popeyes is crashing the wings party with 5 flavors.
Makes no sense it took so long. Crispy outside, juicy inside.
Who are you? We don't make sense. We make chicken. Y'all good?
Popeyes' new chicken wings make no sense. Marinated in Louisiana spices, hand battered and flipped, and then we have the audacity to call all 5 flavors fast food? Someone should really say something or order something.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Now available at Popeyes in Nassau.
You've set big goals for your future, and we can help you to achieve them. Getting that degree you've always wanted, buying your first car, making it official on a truly special day, or building a home that's your own. Big or small, share your ambitions with us, and we can help make them real.
Since 1974, the National Insurance Board has been an income replacement safety net.
But to ensure our future remains secure, starting July 1st, 2024, contribution rates will increase and will continue to be shared by employers and employees.
We will be sharing more information in the upcoming months. But for now, get more details on nibrateincrease.com.
Invest in tomorrow today with NIB.
Because together, we can ensure our financial future.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
For the next few days, the Church of God Auditorium on Joe Farrington Road will come alive for its 103rd National Convention. Lloyd Allen reports on the convention's opening night.
Generations of Church of God parishioners have experienced the annual convention, an event designed to assist members in forging closer ties, learning more about their faith, and exploring avenues to enhance the church's reach throughout the Bahamas and the world. Acting Prime Minister the Honorable Chester Cooper delivering the keynote address at the official opening ceremony.
Continue to pray for our country, that we continue to be the envy of the region. We are a blessed nation, and we are a chosen people. We're breaking records in our tourism industry, and our young people like Devin Charlton continues to break world records in positive ways. The great success of Devin Charlton in jumping hurdles in a world-class way is symbolic of who we are as a people, and it is a testament to your theme that talks about overcoming adversities.
Cooper says over the church's history, it has succeeded in delivering wholesome guidance with sound traditions to its parishioners.
And as one of the country's major religious denominations for more than 100 years, the Church of God in the Bahamas, with 6,000 members strong across 9 islands, continue its steadfast Christian witness through all of your communities, and I commend you.
National Overseer Bishop Moses Johnson maintains that the Church of God is rooted in a desire for more spiritual growth, something even today the church continues to practice.
We are the oldest Pentecostal
church in this hemisphere. And of course, outside the U.S., we're the first Pentecostal outreach ministry of the Church of God. Because the church started in 1884 by a disgruntled Baptist minister who wanted to try something new. And so we thank God for disgruntled people, because here we are, 103 years later, some 10 million members around the world in 190 countries.
Another highlight of the convention, an election for the new national overseer. Bishop Johnson says over the past 10 years, there have been significant accomplishments, including the establishment of a credit union, among other feats. This year's convention will span several days, with the election set for March 22nd. The service culminates on Sunday with a host of local and international speakers. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
The Fox Foundation revealing its Female Entrepreneur winner Thursday during a special luncheon at the Atlantis Paradise Island Resort's Grand Ballroom. Jimonita Swain picks up the story from here.
Now, Women's International Day may have been long past. However, the Fox Foundation is ensuring to keep the spirit of women's entrepreneurship alive, hosting a special luncheon Thursday.
I launch a women entrepreneurship episodes because I want to promote and inspire more females to go and take that risk, go and be assertive and ask for that funding.
Co-founder of the Fox Foundation, Adriana Fox, sharing why it was important to host a lunch and learn session. The event, held under the theme Invest in Women, Accelerate Progress, found a number of women panelists sharing nuggets of wisdom with the more than 100 invited guests.
So you have to gauge and know your numbers and continuously assess, is this working? And one of the biggest things I've seen is that when something is working, people stop doing it.
I give them 100%, but at the same time, should COVID-19 plus one happen again, I need to make sure that the Barnes Group is still vibrant.
So it's just a matter of problem solving and being adaptable and just figuring out how to be better.
Go into the rooms, take up the space. It belongs to you. Thrive in it. Bring up another female with you, because that's the only way we are going to continue to spread the joy.
The event also revealed the finalists from nearly 200 applicants for a grant from the Fox Foundation. 10 was shaved down to 3. The winner, Rotalia Williams of Island Souls, walked away with the top prize, a grant for $25,000.
I'm grateful for the opportunity as being a young female entrepreneur in the Bahamas. It's very hard to access capital.
The others securing grants of $15,000 and $20,000 respectively. Wife of the Prime Minister, Anne-Marie Davis, sees value in the initiative.
This is the perfect example. We should continue this all year round if we can, because we have to continue to always encourage the new generation to dream big.
Officials from the Fox Foundation are hoping that more young women step forward as entrepreneurs and continue to take up space. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Jimonita Swain.
You still have time tonight to get down to the northern parking lot area of Caribbean Wines and Spirits on the Milo Butler Highway. They want to ensure you have all the beverages you need for the upcoming holiday. They're hosting a one-of-a-kind tent sale tonight following the success of a similar event on Black Friday. Here's Spirits Marketing Specialist Cara Douglas Adderley.
Caribbean Wines and Spirits is excited to host its first ever Easter tent sale with up to 40% off on all of the brands that you love, including Angostura Tambou, Alizé in 4 different flavors and varietals, Nemiroff vodka, and the ultimate favorite, Capsaicino Moscato. And we are opening our doors for a larger tent sale experience. November past, we hosted our first tent sale, and it was such a success. We are increasing our reach this time. We're opening the northern side of our parking area, hosting a food truck. Wicked Wings will be here. We'll be playing games, hosting samplings of all of our products.
Queens College students getting an up-close look at potential fields they may be interested in pursuing. Just recently, the private institution hosted a career fair day with a number of private and public organizations across multiple fields. Here's guidance counselor Carl Campbell.
We have the Marine branches, we have the Defense Force, we have Customs and Immigration, we have the military, we have the police force, we have the private bankings, we have the Deloitte, we have KPMGs, we have Price Waterhouse, we have the commercial bankings, Bank of the Bahamas is here, we have Doctors Hospital, we have the Ministry of Tourism, we have Lifeford Key. We just have so many.
Students and representatives from the different agencies were all excited about the event.
It shows them, like, you know, different careers that they can get interested in. And I feel like it's a really good way to get everybody engaged in all the different things that's going on in the Bahamas today.
I'm interested in healthcare, and I liked how there's a lot of representation for healthcare. Me personally, I'm thinking about studying dentistry.
I like that they are showing the kids like to start off early and like what they want to get into as a career.
I look forward to days like this just to talk about what we do in pharmacy.
But I really like the atmosphere, how there's many different areas and departments of careers, and I feel like it's just a good environment.
There's a lot of careers out there, and I really got to think over what I want to do in life.
And still to come, our feature story of the night, ZNS interns game time. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
Everyone hates a dead car battery. Why not get a battery that lasts and has a 12-month warranty and is only $64.50? Intercontinental batteries are made with German technology, compatible with Japanese, US, and European vehicles, and adapts to warm climates. All right, good to go. These batteries are high quality, affordable, innovative, and only available at AID. Visit us online or WhatsApp us at 427-0026. AID, all you really need and more.
ESE Distributors, the #1 wholesale beauty supplier in the Bahamas, specializing in hair products, accessories, and makeup. A variety of skin lightening products, Keratin, Natural Bright, Pawpaw, and personal toiletries, like soaps, creams, lotion, and oils. Hair products like Got2b, Red One, and everything in the Morphos line. And lots of hair. Afro Kinky, 3X Ghana, crochet hair. We deliver and ship to the Family Islands. ESE Distributors, located on Soldier Road opposite NCA.
It's something those of us here in the capital know all too well. Police conducting roadblocks, usually leading to some of us being cited for an infraction or two. These road inspections don't happen as frequently on our Family Islands, but that doesn't mean drivers should assume the police aren't watching. Here's Corvell Pfeiffer.
This Friday morning, drivers along the otherwise seamless journey on Queens Highway near the airport roundabout were perhaps ready to do a double take. Well, if not that, many had to remind themselves to at least buckle up or even slow down. Exuma police were there doing road inspections. These exercises are also part of Police Month celebrations. Inspector Ryan Taylor and his team, for the most part, say drivers were following the rules, although there were a few exceptions.
There were a number of individuals that we discovered had vehicles unlicensed for the past few years, which is a serious breach of the traffic rules for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Exuma MP, Deputy Prime Minister and Tourism Minister Chester Cooper applauds Exuma's police and says road safety, like tourism, is everybody's business.
And therefore, this is a message that should go really across the islands of the Bahamas. I know that my colleague, Minister Jobette Colby Davis, has been putting on some public road safety initiatives through the Road Traffic Department. And I hope that we can invite some of those initiatives here in Exuma as well to augment what the police is already doing.
The Emerald Island has just wrapped up its Music and Heritage Festival. And in just a matter of weeks, with more events on tap this busy festive season, an advisory to partygoers.
Be mindful, we regard us coming up in April, and we also want those persons, even though it's in Nassau, once you arrive on the island, to be mindful, we will be up and about. And for those persons that do violate, you will also be put before the courts.
High traffic volume may not be a huge concern here on Exuma, but drivers are learning that there's no going around it. The rules of the road must be adhered to. In Morristown, Exuma, for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
Thanks, Corval. Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Basil, now we can expect some severe weather tomorrow. What can you tell us?
Well, we'll get to that in a very short while, but I can tell you the weather is on the way. But right now, outside of our studios, the skies are cloudy, temperature 75 degrees, relative humidity 76%. We have southeast winds at 12 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,014.3 millibars. That is 30.07 inches. And your temperatures around the Fami Valley this evening, 73 degrees in Marshall, Babaco, Green Key at 74. Freeport, Gun, Bahama, 74 degrees. The Berry Island, 75. 79 in Allenstown, Bimini. Harbor Island at 75. 75 also in Roxanne, Eleuthera, and Fresh Creek, Central Andros. Camp Space on Andros at 78. 78 in Black Point, Exuma. Allenstown, Cat Island, 71 degrees. 72 in San Salvador. Roman Key, 76 degrees in Georgetown, Exuma, 72. Picking up 78 in Ragged Island, Clarence-Town, Long Island, and Crooked Island at 78 degrees. Betsy Bay, 76. Acklands at 76. Matchitown, Inagua, 80 degrees. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 72 degrees. Your boating forecast in the northwestern islands tonight. Those winds, they're going to be southeast to south, 15 to 25 knots, gusting up to 35 knots, particularly in showers and thunderstorms later on tonight. Very rough sea conditions at 5 to 8 feet over the ocean, locally higher in gusts. Now, your low tide, that will take place at 7:20 this evening in the central and southeastern islands. Southeast winds, 15 to 20 knots, wave heights 4 to 7 feet. So we have caution flags in place for boaters in the central and southeastern parts of the country. And then Saturday in the northwest and central islands, the winds become southwest ahead of an approaching cold front. The speeds are going to be 15 to 20 knots, gusting up to 30 knots at times. Wave heights 4 to 7 feet, and they will be locally higher in gusts. Now, your high tide, that will take place at 7:38 in the morning with a low tide at 1:57 in the afternoon. For the southeast Bahamas on Saturday, southeast to south, 12 to 18 knots. The wave heights 3 to 6 feet, maintaining those caution flags for the southeast Bahamas. And then on Sunday, for the northwest and central islands, the winds become west to northwest after that frontal system pushes through. Speeds at 15 to 20 knots, and the wave heights 4 to 7 feet. A high tide on Sunday, 8:14 in the morning, low tide at 2:29 in the afternoon. And for the southeast Bahamas on Sunday, no change. The winds remain southeast to south at 10 to 15, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
In a boat, passing through. Hey. What you gonna do, that man in a boat, passing through. Hey. Don't care if you're golden or not, passing through. What you gonna do? Check the wine, boat, passing through. Hey, hey, I wine on something, wine up on something, shake up on something, wine up on something. Now dance up on something, wine up on something, shake up on something, wine up on something.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Want to have your voice heard? Send your letters to the editor to digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. Share your thoughts on current events or positive stories within your community. That's digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. We want to hear from you.
March up and down the aisles of Super Value and Quality supermarkets and save. Libby's Spaghetti and Meatballs, 15 ounce, $1.59. Carnation Evaporated Milk, 13.9 ounce, 2 for $3. Libby's Vienna Sausage, 4.6 ounce, $1.19. Turkey Wings, $1.99 per pound. Fresh Broccoli, Bunch, $3.99. Shoppers are marching to save at Super Value and Quality supermarkets.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors.
and just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before teens get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check on a Friday, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. Well, droves of swimmers and swimming fans will descend on the Capitol next week for the Carifta Swim Championships. These will take place at the Betty Kenning Swim Complex. Now, with the Bahamas going for a 6th consecutive title, the action is expected to be intense. Bahamas Aquatics President Algernon Cargo says, get your tickets early.
We will be expanding seating capacity on the southern side of the pool also to accommodate, I believe, 800 additional spectators. So there should be seats for everyone. So the best way to ensure you have a seat is to buy a ticket early, and that way you'll be guaranteed a seat at the games. But the stadium is expected to be exciting, buzzing, and we want everyone who want to come and see swimming to come and support these swimmers.
Now, Cargill adding that Team Bahamas will face some stiff competition from teams coming in, especially as they look forward to taking away the crown.
Cayman is bringing a very strong team. So when I look at the list of competitors, believe it or not, it's going to come from Cayman, not from Trinidad or Jamaica. Cayman is going to be the one that's coming to win Carifta.
Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Bolag, in full support of the team and its coaches.
I want to say to the coaches that have been chosen and the athletes that has been chosen to represent the Bahamas in these up-and-coming games, congratulations to you both. And we know that our athletes are well prepared and ready to go and represent this country and make us all proud, and we expect nothing less but the 6th championship, consecutive championship, as the aquatics champions in the Caribbean.
Two Bahamians facing off with their respective squads at the NCAA men's basketball tournament yesterday. Sammy Hunter and 14-seed Akron taking on Frederick King and 3rd-seeded Creighton. This one a tight game in the first half, but Creighton able to outmuscle Akron in the second on their way to a 77-60 win. Now, Hunter finished with 7 points in the loss, while King, playing limited minutes, was scoreless with 1 rebound for the winning Blue Jays, who now advance to face Oregon on Saturday. And the sport of billiards has been garnering a lot of attention lately, especially after Long Island native Dakari Turnquest of Long Island won the Platinum Division at the Billiard Congress of America World Championships in Las Vegas. The Long Island native from MGM Major High School went undefeated to claim the crown over more than 200 other competitors. The young phenom humbly thanking those that have supported him in his passion.
I went undefeated. I'm so thankful and grateful. I'm thankful for the support from the Bahamians, my fellow friends, my family, and I'd like to thank God for giving me this ability, and I'd like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Major who helped me get there, and none of this would have been possible without them.
Now, Turnquest not sitting on his laurels. He's already making plans to attend another event.
Next week, I'm going to Alabama for a tournament in Birmingham. I will be competing against a lot of different fellow players, and I'm very excited for the event. And you know, after coming off the big win, I'm going in there with a lot of confidence, and hopefully I can bring the next one home.
And that's it. Your check on sports for you here on this Friday. Our Friday weather forecast just around the corner. Stay with us.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is the premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
For every shape-up, after-school activity, unplanned home repair, and other day-to-day spending, there's SandDollar. SandDollar is a convenient way to send and receive money instantly. SandDollar is easy to use. It's safe and secure. Just like physical cash, SandDollar is issued by the Central Bank of the Bahamas. And best of all, there are no fees for individuals to send or receive funds. Download a SandDollar-enabled digital wallet and enjoy the benefits of the digital Bahamian dollar. Spend it locally. Transfer it to and from a local bank account or convert it to and from physical cash. Learn more at www.sanddollar.bs.
From all across our archipelago, 492 entrepreneurs embarked on an extraordinary journey at the Young Innovators Boot Camp. Now, only the best innovators have emerged, and they're ready to take on the ultimate challenge, pitching their line of authentic Bahamian products to an intimidating panel of judges. Join us for the thrill of a lifetime on the road to the Ultimate Challenge Pitch Competition, airing on ZNS TV 13, Monday, March 25th at 8 p.m. Witness the birth of new Bahamian innovators. The Ultimate Challenge awaits. Don't you miss it.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at what if you look at our satellite picture, that area of low pressure now approaching the west coast of the Florida Peninsula, and that will continue advancing towards the east and spread into the northwest Bahamas later on tonight. So just around midnight or shortly thereafter, you'll start to experience some showers, which will get heavy at times as we head into tomorrow, which is Saturday. And then trailing out of that, there'll be a cold front. The front itself will push through late on Saturday night, heading into Sunday morning, and we will be under some very, very wet conditions throughout tomorrow, which is Saturday. Tonight, though, we're looking at cloudy, windy, occasional rains, which will be heavy at times, with thunderstorms developing later on tonight as that area of low pressure gets a little closer. Low temperature, around 73 degrees, and tomorrow we're looking for the cloudy conditions to continue. Very windy with periods of heavy downpours and thunderstorms tomorrow, particularly between the midday hour heading into about 6 o'clock in the afternoon. That is when we'll get the bulk of the heavy stuff, and then things will start tapering off as we head into the nighttime hours. 79 degrees for your high temperature tomorrow, the extended weather forecast. Very wet day tomorrow, very windy day tomorrow. So we're asking boaters in the extreme northwest Bahamas to stay in port, and elsewhere we actually need to exercise extreme caution. But once that system goes through, come Sunday, we will see the skies open up. Sunny conditions will return, and that will be with us right through the balance of next week. Temperature-wise, we're going to get you back into the 60s during the nighttime, so some nice, very comfortable night shaping up for you over the next several days. LaDawn.
Well, Basil, it looks like many of us will stay indoors tomorrow. Well, today, students from St. John's College got the chance to end their on-the-job training here at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, ending a week of real-life experience. While they spent a lot of time this week in the editing rooms or behind the camera today, the team was in front of the camera at the newest family attraction at the Bahama Resort. Devontae Hanna was able to catch it all and enjoy the fun.
DDT back at it again.
And that's a wrap for the Digital Dream Team, on-the-job training students from St. John's College here at ZNS, who today concluded a week of excitement, fun, and enlightenment.
They gave me an all-around experience. I got to be a cameraman, a reporter. I even got to interview a few people, and they showed me how to do everything the right way.
It was like a family. I felt like I was really one of their co-workers, and I would come back here to work.
I got to learn stuff I really wanted to. I got to learn how to use a
camera properly, and even stuff I didn't expect to learn.
The 11th graders Cam, Jalen, Winter, and Kalir shadowed the digital team for the week, but today became the stars of the show as they got the chance to experience Bahama's newest family fun attraction, Game Zone.
Game Zone was really fun. I used up all my money trying to win 1,000 tickets, but it was really fun and I like spending it with my friends.
You know, they had a lot of games, a lot of various games that I could have played, but I stuck to the racing games and the motorcycle games.
The newly opened arcade features 50 games, including air hockey, a classic favorite, and Virtual Rabbit, a VR experience for all. And in the end, prizes and surprises.
I won a plushie, some putty, and a ball and a bracelet, but it couldn't fit in my hand. I had really fun. The games were unique. It's the games that I haven't seen in other arcades, other places.
I won this sword. Although it was expensive, it was the only prize I could have gotten because I was really bad at most of the games.
From getting the chance to meet the Deputy Prime Minister to remixing the region's hottest song, when they return to school after the Easter break, these students will surely have a story to tell.
Going to ZNS made me have to do public speaking, be on TikTok, be the face of my rising song, the remix of Bobotino. Should totally like it.
ZNS? I used to think it was boring, but now my perspective has changed about the place. I really love it.
Let's just say they learned that only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. With the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devontae Henry.
Thanks, Devontae. And tonight we remember the legacy of the father of the nation, the Right Honorable Sir Lyndon Penley, who would have celebrated his 94th birthday today. Sir Lyndon stood at the forefront of the Quiet Revolution, ushering in political freedom, social change, and hope of economic prosperity for all Bahamians. He was the country's first Bahamian prime minister who died on August 26, 2000. Well, that does it for the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. From all of us here at ZNS, I'm LaDawn Davis. Make it a great evening, everyone.
You're watching the ZNS Network.